am Marlow Felton.
And I'm Red Riding Hood.
Red. We totally didn't plan on both wearing
We're
red.
Red Riding Hood.
We are. I'm Red Riding Hood, and this is the big bad wolf. Thanks for joining us today.
Sure.
Today we're going to talk to you about the 3 keys to financial success. And years ago, a financial mentor told me that there are 3 main areas to your financial life. And those are how you earn money, how you spend money, and how you save money. And the 3 work together, and most people don't really see their financial life as them actually working together when they do. And many people make the mistake of thinking that the earning wheel is the most important, and it is certainly very important. However, it has to work with the spending wheel and the saving wheel. Would you agree?
You created the wheels, right?
I did. It's my, and I even have a little slide where I have the little gears. You know, you have the gears that like are interlocked and
Did you trademark
they
that?
turn. No, well, don't.
Don't you steal it.
Anyway, but yeah, so like the wheels move together like gears, those 3 areas of your financial life. And, you know, you hear a lot of people say, well, you know, I will, once I make more money, then I'll save money, and, you know, things like that, not realizing how these 3 areas of your financial life work together. So we have money programs in all 3 of these areas. So how you earn money.
Well, I mean, as you were just talking about that, I've met a few men, mainly men, here in the last few weeks. They're just like, I caught him in the program or the limiting belief. They're like, well, I'll just make more money. Mm-hmm. So like, you know, they're going to sin in the spending and saving areas, and they're not really looking at those 2 wheels. And I have a guy I met, I don't know, what was a couple years ago, made $400,000 or $500,000 a year, got up to $1 million, 7-figure earner, and him and his wife had nothing.
Wow.
And he was talking about how he made like this random investment decision into some oil well he'd never seen for like $30,000 like 20 years ago, and like basically lost in like a couple days. Wow. Because he didn't have these wheels connected, and his underlying program was all just make more. And now he's, you know, in his early 60s and ain't working, not working. Wow. So that's a big program. You could do a whole show on that.
Yeah,
one.
no
just
kidding.
Make more, because I had that one forever.
Yeah.
You
did.
I'll just make more. I don't need to get my stuff together, my spending and saving. I'll just make more money.
Yeah, well, because the truth of the matter is you cannot out-earn bad spending habits. You can't. You know, and actually that's...
Did you trademark that one?
No, I haven't. I say it a lot, and you cannot outspend or out-earn bad spending habits. And, you know, this is why you see professional athletes, lottery winners, celebrities that make a ton of money, and then they go off the radar, and then suddenly they have no money. It's because they never got their bad money habits in check. And so that's just one example how, you know, an imbalance in those 3 wheels, the earn, the spend, and the saving wheel, all should work together. So, you know, there's the earning money program, and then there's the spending money. And, you know, I like to talk about strategic spending, because if someone is, you know, all of our wealthy mentors are strategic spenders. And many people might think if someone has, you know, millions and millions of dollars, that they can just spend whatever they want. And the truth of the matter is that's not true. There should be still good spending habits based around a budget and segregation of funds. I call it strategic spending. Now, I think I'm a very masterful strategic spender, and you know, some people.
You're a spender.
I can spend some money like nobody's business, but it's very strategic, and it makes sense with our budget. And I always make sure that my spending makes sense with our overall financial plan and our budget. So in a nutshell, that is strategic spending. It's, when you spend money, how you spend money, are you getting the best price on what you're spending money on? Are you overspending for something that you really don't need to spend that much money on? All those kinds of things. Even wealthy people are very good strategic spenders, and myself included. Wouldn't you say I'm a pretty good strategic spender?
You're a good spender.
I'm a good
strategic
spender.
She's got strategery.
I do.
She's got.
Sometimes it may not look like it, but I do.
Strategery. No one picked that up.
Yeah. Okay.
Strategery.
Yeah.
No such word.
Okay, I got it, honey.
George Bush Jr.
Yeah, okay. So if you've just joined us, we're talking about the 3 keys to financial success. And they are 3 areas of our financial life that work together. And that is how you earn money, how you spend money, and how you save money. And there should be an equal balance in your financial life. Many people make the mistake of thinking they can out-earn bad money habits, and they cannot. So the third area of your financial life is how you save money. And, we often talk about how our financial life turned around when we committed to saving money. We committed to saving money even when we thought we couldn't. And we saved money until it hurt. I mean, it hurt, didn't it? It was painful at times, but we were committed to saving money. And one of our financial mentors told us that he became financially independent the day he committed to saving money. And I know now what he was talking about, because things really changed for us when we committed to saving money. And, it seems counterintuitive, but that really just is another example of how those 3 wheels really work together. And a lot of people don't realize how important they are to be working together. So that saving wheel is a muscle that needs to be worked, just like the gears intertwining and moving together. It's incredibly important.
Well, yeah, and I mean, we set a minimum, 25 to 30% of our income, getting saved every year. And so that was, one of our mentors was like, his income would shoot up and go to, big numbers, but it was always like saving 25, 30% of his income per year. And then, and he said, it's pretty cool when the return on your investments are more than your actual cash flow from your business, where your asset, I mean, I was right, like blew my mind. I'm like, so you're making no, he was still making a lot of money, but his return on his investments were out cash flowing his cash flow from his businesses and all his operations and all the things that he does. And so, so that's a huge thing. And so some people are like 25, 30%, I can't do that. Well, you got to go back to number 1, because what happens is most people, they don't focus on earning more. And because they don't focus on earning more, they, try to get blood from a turnip with number 2. Right?
Which is spending money.
And I think it was, I can't remember who said this, but you could be the best financial planner on the planet, but the amount of discretionary income that most people have, I mean, you could manage that like flipping a Warren Buffett.
Right.
And it's not going to matter. Right. Because you got to drive your income. And so when I tell people, when we talk and get, you got to save 25, 30% of your income, I mean, they look at me like horns are coming out of my head. Because they're like, well, what do you mean, right? It just blows their mind because they're so stuck on, this is what I make, this is how I make it, and they just get stuck in this, hypnotic rhythm, this hypnotic trance of, this is the amount of money I see myself making, this is the way I make that money. They're not open to other streams of income, and when you go, hey, you got to save 25, 30% of your income, they go to, okay, I'm going to cut cable and I'm going to, sell my house and live in a tent and, I mean, which is, you know, good in getting frugal and cutting your expenses, but very rarely, you know, one of my buddies I met with a month or so ago, he really, I don't know why the term limiting belief just hit me totally different after talking to Bob. But he's just like watching, you know, everyone's watching people process what you tell them through their limiting belief. Like you can almost see this little monster pop up in their eyes, and they're like, they're through their perception of their limiting belief, they're processing everything that you coach them on. They're not open to possibilities. And so when you say 25-30% of your income, they start processing everything through this limiting belief of, oh my God, I only make this much money. And they don't see themselves making more money, versus what you and I had to do was go to number one,
make more money,
and
which is earning money,
and get, you know, get clear
they can't see that.
on why can't you guys see this?
He's pointing to the piece of paper like everybody can see it. It says earning money.
I'm pointing right to it, guys.
I'm here to help you all out.
I'm pointing right to it. No, so, but you know, so obviously being wise on your spending and the blow money stuff and the coffee and all that. But man, you know, we got that reined in, but we had to really drive our income up to get to this 25-30%. We had to, if we're going to say 25-30, we had to
shoot up our income significantly, right? Because a lot of people make the mistake. You know, some people are good savers. They have their systematic saving, and they're saving their, you know, 10% of their income into retirement plan and things like that. But so many people are fooled to think that they can nickel and dime themselves to financial independence and don't really realize how much money it's going to take for them to not outlive their money. And, you know, and really they need to turn up the thermostat on the first wheel, which is the earning money. So if you're just joining us, I know some people just joined in, we're talking about the 3 keys to financial success, and there are 3 areas of our financial life that work together, and that is how you earn money, how you spend money, and how you save money. And I've watched many people that say, well, you know, I'm contributing every month to, you know, they think they're just contributing something, but they don't have that long-term plan, and they're making the mistake that they can nickel and dime themselves to financial independence. And really turning up that earning wheel is incredibly important to fund the saving. And then not to forget the strategic spending, which is what I do. I am a very strategic spender, and making sure that you are spending strategically, meaning you have money segregated for different areas of your life, so you're not dipping into you know, things that are important to you, dipping into, you know, retirement, you know, the new house, all the different areas of your life that are important. So being a strategic spender, I could do a whole talk just on strategic spending.
You get very excited about that.
I know, because I am a very strategic spender.
I know you've said that.
And
like 12 times
I'm
already.
really good at it.
Strategic spending.
Yes. You are making fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you,
are.
Red Riding Hood.
Yeah, I'm Red Riding Hood, and this is the Big Bad Wolf. We didn't plan on both wearing red today. We just showed up and we're both wearing red. I'm like,
we got a
It's
bed.
red. It's red day.
This is how we got out of bed.
Yeah, we don't talk to each other in the morning. We just get dressed.
No, I mean,
and
this is
show
how
up
we go to bed.
Oh yeah, this is.
She looks like
I
that.
look just like this when I wake up in the morning.
No, I think, you know, it's no. I mean, you like to talk about number 2. I like to talk about number 1.
Yeah.
And we both love talking about number 3. But you got to do something entrepreneurial, man. I mean, that's the gist. And we could do, you know, hours and hours of talk and video on the fact that if you got a JOB, which stands for, you know, just over broke, unfortunately for most people, it's not going to work, and that's why it doesn't work for like 90+% of society. You just can't make enough to hit that 25-30% of your income that you need to save in order to make sure you don't run out of money and that you can have a great life and live now and have your fun accounts and college and all that. And it's just, you got to do that. You got to find something that you're passionate about, you love doing. You'd almost do it for free, but you're going to charge for it, and it's going to make the difference. People just need to they just need to make more money.
That's and most people do just need to make more money. But going back to my original comment about that is that a lot of people think that they can out-earn bad money habits, and you can't. Unfortunately, we've watched many people try that.
I tried.
Yes, and this one tried until I had to rein things in and say, yeah, this is not going to work.
She said, we're going to be strategic spenders.
We are going to be strategic spenders, and we're going to save like nobody's business. We're going to save like it hurts, like there's no tomorrow.
It did hurt.
It did hurt.
She punched me in the gut one time.
I did not. Gosh, don't tell him that. I didn't punch him in the stomach. He's being dramatic. But really saving. Saving it hurt, like your life depends on it, because it does, it really does. I mean, and that's really how serious we got on the saving money. And, so just to recap, the 3 keys to financial success are the 3 areas of your financial life. And I have a slide, and I wish I could show this to you. It's actually like 3 gears, and if you know what a gear looks like, they're kind of intertwined, and they turn each other, and you see the 3 that you turn one, and the other 2 just automatically turn because they're connected and they turn together. So that's how the earn, spend, and save wheels of your financial life work. They are not independent of each other. And they all are, coincide with each other and affect each other. So you cannot out-earn bad money programs, but most people need to focus on earning more money so they can be more strategic with their spending. So meaning not to overspend, and have a good segregation plan, a good budget that you can follow, and have a little fun with it too. I'm all for segregating some fun money, because you don't want to just go hardcore and not have any fun.
Or you'll sabotage it.
Yeah, or you will sabotage it. And then...
It's like a diet.
Yes. And then the saving wheel. So make sure that you're saving, and I hate to use percentages, because if somebody can save 50% of their income, then by all means, go for it. And there actually have been times when we've saved close to 50% of our income, when we were just, we say our goal is 30%. But yeah, like I said earlier, some people think that saving 5-10% of their income is going to do that, and you can't nickel and dime your way to financial independence. And so I encourage everyone to stretch their saving muscle as far as they can, because however much money you think you're going to need, you're probably going to need a little bit more. So, think about these 3 areas of your financial life, and all the money stories and all these things you might be telling yourself about your ability to earn, what you're telling yourself if you're overspending or if you're not being strategic with your spending, and all the things you might be telling yourself about why you can't save money, because they're all just stories that you need to clean up in order to get everything working together cohesively to reach financial independence.
And it can be fun.
Yes, and you can have fun along the way. Just allocate a little bit, for fun.
I can't remember. Somebody in our company said winning's more fun than fun is, and
yes,
they're right, because just winning the money game, winning the financial game is more fun than any round of golf or trip or I tried that. I tried to take my broke butt to places to forget about like that one time we played golf and you were so sick to your stomach you had to go lay in the car.
Oh my gosh, yes, I know. We won't tell them how.
Yeah, we were on a golf course and she was so stressed out about life in general.
Yeah, I had a serious medical problem.
She did.
That we won't go into any graphic details.
Was it Memorial Day or was it Labor Day?
I think it was Memorial Day.
Memorial Day, not too long ago.
Oh my
10 years ago or so.
10 years ago, yeah. And I was
so we're golfing and she has to go sit in the car because she's so sick to her stomach because of the stress related to money. But we're on a golf course
You're supposed to have fun.
Having fun.
It's hard to take your broke butt to have fun. You end up having stomach pains and end up in the car and not being able to play golf.
So, and that's, you know, and that's what we attempt to get across to everybody with everything we teach is all this stuff's worth it. It's all the time you put into it, all the, you know, and we were just like, all right, like, we're just going to have fun with this and like watching progress and, you know, pushing that snowball down the hill is just the first step and the momentum. And I mean, it's so much better than any like stupid thing I blew money on.
Right.
So it's worth it.
Yeah, it is absolutely worth it, and it can happen to you. So if you want to continue the conversation, I've provided a link to join our Couples Money Forum. You can click that to find out a little bit more information. It's basically the least expensive, best way to have direct access to Chris and I on an ongoing basis for mentorship, guidance, a sounding board. We fill it with content all the time, and so hopefully you can continue the conversation with us there in the forum. So thanks for joining us, and hope to see you again next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Little Red Riding Hood.